actually did talk to the camera type of vlogging, because I sort of started out my journey here with me talking to the camera, walking around the park, but as time's gone on I've pretty much just been filming what I've been seeing, so it's pretty much you're seeing what I'm seeing rather than me talking to a camera around the park. I don't know why I changed it to become like that. I guess it just kind of happened. So, updates, I guess. It's currently about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm getting ready for work. I start work at 8 o'clock. As you all know, I work in Magic Kingdom, and it's not as bad as everyone says it is, though I do feel like I won the job lottery, because I know a lot of people don't like their jobs, but they love the people they work with, so it makes the situation better. But I actually really love my job, and I love the people that I work with, so I feel like I won the job lottery despite the hours that I work. But it is Magic Kingdom, and I am a CP, so I do have to do the late shifts. I do get a few day ones, but honestly I prefer the late shifts. I'm a bit of a night owl anyway, so it works out well for me. So it is, what's the date today? July 25th. I have 2 weeks left of my programme, 2 weeks today. I fly home 3 weeks this Sunday, which will be the 27th of July, so depending on when this goes up I thought I'd let you know the dates. So I have 2 weeks left here in CP housing. Schedules come out on Saturdays, so I will be getting, well, like Saturday night, Sunday morning schedules come out, so I'll be getting my final schedule tomorrow night. Like, I have a pretty good shift tomorrow, so I'll probably only see it Sunday morning. Graduation ceremony is next Thursday. I'm working that night, so I'll be spending the afternoon in the park and then going to work. Plans after the programme. I'm spending about 4 or 5 days in Orlando in a hotel, and I'll be going to Universal and Kennedy Space Center in that time, and then I'm flying up to New York for 3 days about, and then I'll be flying home from New York. This is where this gets a little bit sad, a little bit down. I've enjoyed my programme a lot, and I know I don't sound like I have. I'm just tired and I've got a bit of a sore throat. I'm a home bird. I've always been a bit of a home bird, and when I first got out here I was miserable. I hated it. I was crying every single day. I wanted to go home. I came very, very close to self-terming. I was packing up and leaving because I just didn't want to be here anymore. I missed home, I missed my family, and it was awful. But at the same time, while I was extremely upset and extremely homesick, I also knew that it would pass. So when I would be Skyping my parents in tears and they were like, do you want to come home? Are you sure you don't want to come home? Like, obviously they weren't like asking, do you want to come home, or get you on the next flight. They wanted me to stay, you know. My mum was saying stuff like, I'm changing the locks, you're not coming home, you're staying. But I was saying to them, like, ask me in a week, because I knew that it would pass. I would still get homesick every now and then, but I knew that the general feeling homesick every single day and wanting to cry every single day would pass. And after about a week or two, it did. So it's just something you gotta remember. You are a long way from home, and it can be scary, and you will get homesick at some point. Whether that's at the start of your programme, halfway through your programme, you will get homesick. But like when I first got here, I felt like the time was dragging, and I was just willing it to go faster so I could go home. But now it feels like it's completely flown by. I mean, with only 2 weeks left, I feel like I haven't done everything I wanted to do. I originally was going to get a Universal annual pass, but I decided to spend my money on something else. So I'm just going to be spending one day with a park hopper ticket in Universal and then one day at Kennedy Space Centre after my programme when I can no longer get into Disney. But I've hit quite a lot of things off my bucket list, and I will probably do a video when I get home. I'm planning to do quite a few videos when I get home, like overviews, top 5 type of things, my favourite experience was, and obviously I will be doing the general mashing together of everything that I did while I was here video. That might take a bit longer to get together, but it will come eventually. So 2 weeks left. I'm working tonight 8 PM to 2 AM. I'm working tomorrow 2:30 PM to 8:30 PM. Then I have Sunday and Monday off, and I'm working Tuesday through Saturday. That's all I know at the minute. I will know more either Saturday night or Sunday morning. My graduation's on the Thursday when we get our graduation ear hats and our service certificates. I feel like I need to start packing. I know that sounds really weird because I've still got 2 weeks left, but I feel like I need to start getting things in order. I've barely bought any souvenirs. The only souvenirs I have is when it was Star Wars weekend and you could create like badges with someone's name on in the Star Wars language. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I got one for my dad because I went on Father's Day, so I got that for my dad on Father's Day, so it's like a belated Father's Day present. That was another day that was tough for me, was Father's Day, because I was in work early in the morning. By the time I was finishing, he would already been asleep, so I didn't really get to speak to him on Father's Day, and that made me really upset, so that was a hard day. But I showed him that the day after, and it's all good. And the only other thing that I have bought as a souvenir for someone else are for my cousins, and I got them little plastic frozen cups because my uncle promised them, but I couldn't find them anywhere in the UK, so I bought them and I'm going to come back with me. I did take a suitcase, a big suitcase, and a rucksack out with me. At the minute, I think I'm going to get a small suitcase to use as carry-on luggage, because I feel like I have bought too much stuff, or I'm going to buy more stuff, and I will need the space of 2 suitcases to get home. At some point I probably am going to weigh a suitcase wrong and have to pay through the nose for overweight baggage, but what the heck, you know? I've spent over 2 months, by the time I leave I'll spend over 2 months here. I'm bound to collect a lot of things, and I know a lot of things will have to be thrown out. I imagine I'll be throwing some clothes out that got a bit too damaged and stuff like that. I'm just rambling about nothing right now. I would do a room tour, but my room is a complete mess right now, so that is not gonna happen. But yeah, in short, my advice is as I come to the end of my programme, my advice at the minute, still being in Florida, this might change when I get home to the UK and I sit down and I think about what I want to say in the video, because I just spontaneously decided to do this, so this is just a stupid rambly nothing thing. Yeah. You'll get homesick, you'll miss home a lot, but it will pass. You may hate your job, but make friends with people, it will make it easier. I work in the ice cream parlour on Main Street. I absolutely love my job, love it to pieces, but there are the hard jobs. I know a lot of people who do costuming or housekeeping really hate their jobs because they hardly see anybody else during their time at work, and you don't really get to see the guest reactions unless they come back while you're tidying your room, so it almost feels like you aren't getting any satisfaction from it, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the right word, you know what I mean? Obviously you are getting it, you're just not there to see it, whereas when I hand a guest ice cream, I can see the smiles on their faces and I tell them, have a nice day, have a good rest of your day, I hope you enjoy your evening. I talk to them about their day, I make sure they've had a nice day. Guest interaction makes your job easier, I think. I know a lot of the American people who do housekeeping have talked about self-terming because it is very difficult, but no matter what position you get, you've got to make the most of it. I could sit here moping all day about the fact that I work late nights and I don't get up early to go to the parks because I'm too tired because of the CP buses. I finish at 2, I'm getting home like 3:30, and then I'm working till 2 or 3 or 1 the next day, so I'm not wanting to get up early because I'll just be tired at work. So that's pretty difficult, but I do try and make the most of my days off, and I do go to the pool sometimes in the mornings, but you'll be tired, you'll probably get sick. A lot of people gotten sick. I've not gotten sick yet, apart from the sore throat, which I'm not sure if it's sick or just dehydration, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. I've made memories that are gonna last a lifetime. I've had my good days, I've had my bad days, like everybody said that I would, so listen to the advice that you read online. It's hard work, but you play hard and you work hard. That's all you have to do. If you just go home, go to work, go home, you're gonna hate it. You need to make friends, you need to go and have fun, even go to the parks by yourself. I've been to the parks by myself so often because no one's had the same days off for me, and even that can be fun because you have such good interactions with the characters. Because you're by yourself, they sort of make a fuss of you. Like, so many of the costume characters have danced with me, it's kind of funny actually. But yeah, just make the most of it. You might be severely homesick like I was at the start and be wishing the time away so you can go home, but then you get to where I am, where you only have 2 weeks left, and you're wondering why you were wasting that time being sad and where that time has now gone, because it feels like yesterday that I was crying and I've only got 2 weeks left and it was like 6 weeks ago. I've done so much and so much has happened since then that, yeah, I still get homesick. I still cry a little bit every now and then, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, and I'm sad to leave but excited to go home, and I think that's a good thing. I think I've hit the right balance now. I'm sort of almost ready to go home. I feel like I've done a lot of what I wanted to do. I've got out of this program what I wanted to get out of it, and I've enjoyed myself. And to be honest, last summer I spent at my parents' dining room table every day on my laptop doing nothing, and this summer I may have stayed in bed all morning until I went to work, but I've been in a different country having the time of my life, and it's been the best experience I could have ever had, and I'm so happy that I decided to take part. So if you're thinking about taking part but you're worried about it, just take the plunge and do it, because if you do self-term, that's your personal reasons and you're entitled to them, but you took the chance to do it and you should be proud of yourself for that, and it doesn't always work out for everybody. And if you do take the plunge and you stay, you'll have the sum of your lifetime. You'll love it to pieces. And some days you'll hate it, but mostly you'll love it. So I'm gonna go now. Bye guys.